After configuring the local components on premises, now we can proceed to Azure in order to finish the configuration of Azure Site Recovery. In the Recovery Services Vault, we can see that in the Prepare Infrastructure, there are these 5 steps to follow. First, install the software, we already did that. And second, have a look at the deployment planning tool that will tell us some information about the required storage and network that is going to be required for replicating those VMs. Preparation of the sources, so we can select the config server that we installed and the vCenter server or vSphere host that has been configured there. Fourth, prepare the target. In this case, we will replicate to Azure, so we have to make sure that there are some prerequisites there, such as the existence of storage accounts and virtual networks. And finally, we need to configure a replication policy. If you didn't have one replication policy yet, you can configure one, and here you can define stuff like the recovery point objective that you want to have, how many hours each recovery point will be preserved in Azure before being deleted, how often will application consistent snapshots going to be taken, and that's all about it. So after defining that, we can put more aggressive than the full 60 minutes, then the replication policy will be created. After some seconds, our policy is there and has to be successfully associated with our project. We are done with the prepare infrastructure phase. We can proceed to step 1, the application replication. Here we will configure the on-premises side and we will specify now which process server. In this case, the process server was in the same virtual machine, the same OVA as the configuration server. Now you can define some attributes like to which resource group the application will be replicated to which storage account. We could create a new one if we didn't have one, but I will just select that storage account, and whether we want to configure now a virtual network or not. I will do that, and yeah, I will just select one of the virtual networks that exist in my resource groups. For example, this one here. In that virtual network, there's one single subnet, so this is the one that I will be using. Next, we need to choose the virtual machines that will be replicated. You can install all of them or just some of them. After that, then some parameters like whether you want to replicate some specific disks or maybe all of them, and selecting the credentials that you will be using in order to access the VMs, the virtual machines. Now we're done. There are some additional replication settings to check, and we are finished with step 1. We can proceed with step 2, which is selecting a recovery plan or defining a new one. So this recovery plan includes details about the order in which virtual machines will be replicated. In this case, for example, we will choose just to replicate that particular VM. And that's all about it. So we're done, and after this, then you can already start testing failover after the replication has finished. Thanks for watching.